The three stripes make up the Adidas brand, and it's probably the most unique look in sports, and golf is no exception. The golf products are absolutely amazing in 2019.
Absolutely, Dale. The new Tour 360 XT family is coming into the line. You know Tour 360, it's our most iconic franchise in golf. It's where we put most of our innovation, or the most focus around innovation and technology. And this shoe and this family is completely new from the ground up. So everything's new, outsole, upper, technologies. We've really taken Tour 360 to the next level. So we have two shoes to talk about. So for the cleated shoe, we went to 8 cleats from 10. How do we keep the grip levels up? We went to a new X secondary lug on the bottom. What's great about an X shape is there's 8 sides to an X, and they're adaptable X shapes. So as the primary cleats go in, you get that X secondary lug hitting and providing extraordinary additional grip. So we've been able to go from 10 to 8 cleats and actually give you more traction. What does that mean for you? The shoe is lighter, more comfortable, more flexible on the bottom, and you still get amazing grip. On top of that, we do a new full-length boost execution. So we still have the hole in the middle with the tunnel torsion. We have the heel and the forefoot boost pieces for comfort step after step, round after round. So the outsole looks amazing, super technical, but it's lighter, flexible, more comfortable. Lightness is huge. That was one of the things the tour players challenged us with. They love the Tour 360, but guess what? They're in running shoes off the course now. They're training. Golf footwear's gotten lighter. There's more textiles. So now they challenged us, and we challenged ourselves. How do we make a leather, waterproof, iconic, stable shoe even lighter? We shaved 10% of the weight out of it, and it wasn't easy. We went thinner on the TPU bottom unit. We saved weight from the boost parts a little bit. On the upper, how we seamed and taped things together on the waterproofing process, and where we chose materials and finishes. All saved weight from little parts on all parts of the shoe, and in total that gave us 10%. So we talked about the cleated bottom. On the spikeless, equal amount of excitement. In fact, maybe more, because we've never had a Tour 360 spikeless shoe. And this is a high performance shoe. So that X shape we talked about that we use on the cleated product, we use that all over the bottom of the spikeless. So there's only X's on the bottom, and they're adaptable. You can move them. If you feel it with your finger, all the sides of those X's are moving. We also have X torsion system in the middle of the shoe to provide that torsional rigidity. With the spikeless shoe, you get full length boost uninterrupted. They feel like an ultra boost running shoe underneath your foot, but you have stability and grip for golf. The XT SL spikeless is out of bounds comfortable. In my opinion, I think it will be the #1 shoe globally in all key markets in terms of sales. So for the lacing in the cleated shoe, we have just traditional laces. We'll have a BOA product coming some point down the line there. In the spikeless, we have a laced and a BOA version, and that's really nice. So BOA comes into the spikeless to offer a different look. Also for people who love BOA, it's easy to use. You can get in and out of the product really easy, but at the end of the day, it also adds performance. When you tighten down BOA, each click is a millimeter of adjustment throughout the whole ice day. So it adds that adjustability on the fly, so you can reach down and do the right or the left foot anytime throughout your round. So it's nice to have a premium partner like BOA to bring a technology like that into our shoes and give that consumer micro adjustability round after round.
This year is no exception. A lot of new styles, new colors, but what we're really excited about is our new Ultimate Climacool. So we've taken our same great yarns and fabric from our Ultimate Polo, which is stretchy, it has UPF 50, and we've put it into a breathable mesh. So when it's hot on the course, when it's over 100 degrees, you're going to be able to wear Ultimate Climacool, which is a breathable UPF protection mesh, which will keep you cool and comfortable and has that, great stretch and really great performance on the course. For our consumers, sun protection is very important for both the men's and the women's, which is great. So for men's and women's, the UPF is 50 plus, so you're protected greatly in the sun in the Ultimate Climacool. And we did a lot of consumer research on, some of the most important things in stretch, comfort, consistency of fit. That's really what they're looking for, and so that's what we feel the Ultimate Polo and Ultimate Climacool Polo bring. That stretch, which really moves with you for that swing-free distraction on the course, keeps you performing. You don't have to worry about, pulling it down or the seams itching or scratching. It's really, really great and comfortable. Between Dustin Johnson or Xander or Paula and Jessica, they really have those great athletic movement swings, and the polos just move right with them. And that's really where we get a lot of our inspiration or research, is talking with the athletes and understanding what they need on course to help them perform. Because ultimately, Adidas is a performance golf brand. So what can we do to make your game better, make it easier for you on the course where you don't have to worry about your clothes, you worry about your game or your swing.
you have a team of professionals like Lexi Thompson on the LPGA Tour and Ricky Fowler playing on the PGA Tour, you know you've got special equipment, and that is Cobra Golf. They are really exciting at the moment. Let's start off by looking at their drivers, which are just flying off the shelves.
This year in the King F9 Speedback family, we have some great innovations. It starts with the driver. The driver, Dale, we figured out the ultimate formula for speed. You always want to have the fastest, thinnest face ever to be at your peak CT, and also the perfect curvatures so that when you do miss it, the bulge and roll helps send your golf ball back to the center of the fairway. And that's where it starts with our CNC milled face that we've had since last year, but we've added to it. This new E9 speed zone or speed tuning allows us to create the perfect curvature of the face for different swing speeds. So 12-degree drivers are different face curvatures than a 9-degree driver. Faster swing speeds need different lofting and curvatures than a 12. So we've done that. Then we've combined two things in golf that create speed but have never been combined before. You'll always want a low center of gravity, because a low CG gives you more ball speed, you're hitting in the center of the face, higher launch and lower spin. All great for distance. But never combined before with that has been an aerodynamic body. So now we're allowed to create a body where the front of the face is super soft to allow you to keep the air hugging this golf club. We raise the back, raise the crown, and we have now aerodynamics all around the club head to help you swing the golf club faster around your body for more club speed. But we need the CG, so this is what we did. We created this back portion that sits low to the ground. There's 40 grams of weight just housed in this area, so the CG now is low with aerodynamics. The three keys to speed, again, fast face, low CG, and great aerodynamics, and that's what the King Speedback driver does. There's some great adjustability. We have the MyFly, which is the one you need first. You adjust your loft. There are 5 lofts that allow you to go from this 10.5 head all the way down to 9, all the way up to 12, and give you the right trajectory and spin that you have. To fine tune, you have the movable weights here where you can keep the weight in the back, it flies higher, a little more forgiving, or move it to the front, it'll spin lower, fly lower, and you can make it a more workable driver. You can shape your shots if you're that good. 2 different types of fairway woods. The standard fairway wood comes in a 14.5 and a 17 and a 20. And it allows you to pick, again, all of them with MyFly, so it allows you to adjust your lofts and they all overlap each other, so you can just choose the loft that gives you your best distance. The fairways this year, what's great about them is we too have included the CNC milled face on all the fairway woods. The Tour fairways, another fairway we have, made a little bit more compact, made for Ricky Fowler, where all the weight is pushed forward into the head and allows you to make this fairway wood fly lower, spin lower, and become more workable. Great hybrids this year. They come in 2 forms as well. One is the standard hybrid, and these all come in individual lofts from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hybrids all the way through, and people can choose the right one for them to replace those long irons or replace fairway woods. And they have some great technologies in them. They have rails. Rails are always in our fairways and hybrids. Been around in our company since the 70s because they do one thing really well. Great turf interaction, great consistency out of any lie through the green. People love them. Now we're upping the ante this year and we're creating a 1-length hybrid. For those people who haven't tried 1-length, even if you're a variable length golfer, if you try the 1-length hybrid and put it in 7-iron position, you're going to absolutely love it. It makes what's a difficult club to hit, because it's typically longer, very easy to hit centered because it's the length of a 7-iron. The name Speedback translates from the metal woods all the way down to the irons. These irons they feature a new Speedback shape. And Speedback shaping takes an iron and allows you to add more weight to the toe area and to behind the iron. And that's really great because it makes the iron have lower center of gravity. Imagine if you were driving a sports car and you wanted to make it race ready. You would lower it, you would make it wider to make it more stable, and you'd add horsepower. And that's what we did to this iron. We pushed all this weight down and around the perimeter low, so when it sits on the ground, you have low center of gravity for more speed. Inside the head, there are 2 pieces of tungsten in the toe and in the heel that add up to 33 grams and gives you a super forgiveness, high MOI for more stability on heel to toe hits. And then finally on the face, we went to a forged power shell face, and this face is welded on like a metal wood. It welds around the top line, around the perimeter, and then bends underneath and welds in the middle of the sole. And this uniquely shaped face creates not only speed, but launch. So now you're hitting the irons higher with less spin and getting the distance that you want, even though they're stronger lofted. So great setup in an iron. It's a first iron that's a distance iron with forgiveness, and that's really great. We combined it with another iron. This is the 1-length iron, same exact technologies, but all of these irons, as you know, are 7-iron length, made to 7-iron weights. So now a person, if your favorite iron is a 7-iron because you found the right spine angle, very consistent for you, you just take this set, play everything in 7-iron position, and let the loft changes give you your distance gapping. The new King wedge has a new name. It's called the King MIM wedge. M-I-M stands for metal injection molding. For years, metal injection molding has been used to take finite objects and create shapes that needed to fit into tiny little crevices. So if you've had tungsten in your irons, tungsten in metal woods, you usually use MIM to create those shapes because they're very precise. We've taken MIM technology or construction technology and used it in the entire club. It's a multi-stage process, but the result is a wedge with finely aligned grain structure like a forging, but even better than a forging, a shape that is very consistent from wedge to wedge. So we're having 50-degree lofts all the way up to 60 in 2-degree increments, and it's coming in our versatile grind, the grind that takes away a little bit of the heel, a little bit of the toe, and of course the iconic Cobra notch inside the middle of the wedge. The bounce options are set. There are two bounce options in the 56 and 60. As we know, there'll probably be some requests there, but other than those two, the rest of them are set in their bounces.
The nicest guy that plays professional golf, Freddie Couples, uses Bridgestone golf balls. One of the best golfers of all time, Tiger Woods, uses Bridgestone golf balls. So the golf ball has to be excellent. Let's find out just what makes those players want to use this golf ball.
We have a couple of unique guys. Obviously, Bryson DeChambeau is a very unique player. It's such R&D gold to work with him. He's very particular about his golf ball. We're always tweaking it, always looking at things, looking at moisture on the ball, temperature, and all types of things. And then on down, we have Fred Couples. He's always been with our brand for a long time. Very good guy to kind of develop the golf ball. Lexi Thompson plays the Tour BX, recently won on the LPGA, won the Tour Championship. And then of course, Matt Kuchar has been on a winning streak. He's won twice this season already. And then lastly, not to leave him out, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods used our golf ball and had a great season last year to where he won the Tour Championship. So we're very excited about the new E12. We have an E12 soft and an E12 speed. Those balls are designed for swing speeds above 105 and under 105. The soft version works well with the speeds under 105. The speed works well for swing speeds over 105. What we're real excited about this golf ball is the new mantle layer. It's called the active acceleration mantle. And what that mantle layer is designed to do is to reduce spin off the driver, making the ball more forgiving inside this price category, and then also increase initial flush, which makes the ball faster. Typically that technology would have went inside of a tour ball, but we found that it worked very well inside the E12, and we launched this for a consumer-facing product of that new mantle layer. Everybody should get fit into a golf ball, whether you're a scratch or a plus, on up to your weekend warrior who's just beginning, because it really does make a difference throughout all handicaps. We found that through the data. We've talked to consumers, we've got testimonials after the fitting of what goes into their game after being fit correctly. Maybe a player's fit into the wrong ball to where it creates too much spin, and if you're, let's say, a 25 handicap, you're creating too much side spin and the ball's going all over the place. We can fit you into a golf ball that'll take some spin off the tee, but maybe not lose that feel and control you like around the greens, just straighten up your flight, and obviously that's going to help you play better golf. based on your handicap, you should really look at your swing speed. Now we know there's a direct trend with swing speed and typically handicap. People who swing faster typically have a lower handicap than those who don't. But then you also have the outliers of guys that play really good who swing slow. So I would say look at your swing speed. You know, look at what matches up to the swing speed, whether you swing fast or slow, because when we design our cores of our golf ball, we design it to match up with how hard you're going to hit it on driver and extrapolate that down through the irons.
We've just walked into the Puma stand. Puma is a brand that is young, it's fun, it's bright, and you have got the coolest players wearing it. This is a fun time to be at the show. Now, the new golf shoes from Puma, I think, are absolutely stunning. I mean, they're known for their sports shoes, but the new ones are terrific. You've got the leather upper, and you've got the rubber sole, and the rubber sole really has got a lot of traction in it. The golf shoe is very light and very, very supple, but yet stable, and that is shown very simply by how the sole sticks out on either side of the shoe. So it's stable. When you get your feet into position, they're going to stay in position. Then you have the one with the spike. Now, this is not a leather upper, this is synthetic, but it is just the most comfortable shoe. Now, both of these come in the other way around. In other words, you can get the leather one with spikes, and you can get this one without spikes. This one without spikes is just the most comfortable and the lightest shoe you could ever put on your feet. They have lots more shoes, and this is another beauty. And I like it particularly because of its lightness. As you get older, you're walking the same distance, you want lightness and you want comfort. And you won't get the two of them in one shoe better than this one over here. This really is a terrific shoe. Once again, spikeless, but a lot of traction, and then a synthetic upper to give you that lightness. But it doesn't take away from the stability of the shoe, which is critical when you're trying to play golf. Then, of course, you have all the Puma clothing. And the Puma clothing, as you can imagine, with Ricky Fowler, etc., is bright, it's fun, it's colorful, and it is just comfortable. So if you want to make sure that you don't only look good, but you swing well, test drive a Puma shirt. Over the last 25 years, the 2-ball putter by Odyssey has been the biggest selling putter in the world. This is the latest version of their 2-ball putter, and it actually looks better than the original, and that is saying a lot because the original was phenomenal. But this is the one I like. This is going back to a traditional old-style mallet, but with all the new technology, face insert and all the other stuff. Odyssey putters are still as good a putter as you can get.
We've had remarkable success with the new stroke lab putters. We have a lot of our classic shapes in this. We have our number 1, number 9, number 7, Marksman 2-ball. This is a new one called the Tuttle, which is a lot like our Callaway Tuttle putter, which is a solid mallet putter with simple 3 lines, very simple shape, very well received on tour. Danny Willett won in Dubai with it. All of the heads come with kind of our modified Versa alignment. So Versa, we had kind of the three different colors, black, white, black, or silver, black, silver. This is more simplified where the top lines are all silver, the backs are a matte black. Gives another indication of alignment in the perpendicular as well as down the line. They all come with our white hot micro hinge insert, and that was in our XO line of putters last year. And what it is a firmer version of our original micro hinge insert. So we wanted to get the sound and the feel of our popular white hot insert. So we changed the material, changed the designs of the hinges, but we didn't want to sacrifice any of the rolls. So in doing this and developing this insert, it has the same great roll as our micro hinge insert that was in O-Works, but a much firmer feel and a louder sound. So that's been great. But the real hero of this product is the new shaft. We wanted to take weight out of the shaft and put it elsewhere where it's going to help more. It's not doing you any good right here. So going to composite allowed us to get 40 grams out of the shaft, put 30 grams up here in the grip, and 10 grams here. So it moves the balance point closer to the hands, gets more weight in the hands, really gives the golfer more control. We've also, in going to composite, we can keep the profile of the shaft the same. Didn't want to make it bigger. A lot of players don't like looking at a kind of a fatter shaft down there. But we were able to increase the stiffness, because that's the other thing. When you get your head weight goes up and your shaft doesn't change, it gets more flexible. It's not going to be as stable. We'll bring in inconsistency. So we had about 2 flexes to the shaft. So by stiffening in the shaft, getting weight in the hands, we're able to increase the consistency of people's strokes. And so measuring on all our different systems, we've seen up to from 15 to 20% better consistency in tempo and backswing position, and the most important, head speed and impact and face angle at impact are 15 to 18% more consistent. That's going to help the golfer make more putts.
This logo is probably not that recognizable to South Africans, but it is a logo that belongs to probably the most prestigious brand of golf clothing in the world. The name? Peter Millar. You'll be seeing it a lot on tour. When you watch Lee Westwood play, he's going to be wearing Peter Millar, and so are lots of other golfers that want to look good and be comfortable.
It began as a company that made some beautiful cashmere sweaters, and it really didn't have a name. And one of the original founders saw a bowling ball, a lawn bowling ball, and it had the Peter Millar name on it. And the name just sounded great, and it stuck. And it's interesting how many times people ask me if they could meet Mr. Millar. And unfortunately, he doesn't exist. But the Peter Millar brand has really developed its own reputation, and it's lasting. Peter Millar is really it's a golf brand at its core, but it's a lifestyle brand as well, too. Products like sport coats, products like cashmere sweaters, products like wool trousers, which we know that our golfers are wearing when they're going out to dinner. But also, too, we want to make sure that the products that they buy to wear on the golf course, they feel comfortable wearing if they're going out to lunch somewhere as well, too. So again, even though golf is the core of who we are, we still have a great lifestyle collection that we feel like our customers are going to be very comfortable with. For us, it's really about the quality and the performance of the product. Our goal is to never make a product because it is cheaper or less expensive or to take something out of it to save a little bit of money. It's really more about how can we continually make it better and better. Because we know that if we make the best product, that the consumer, the golfer, is going to be happy with it and continue to be a Peter Millar fan. Ladies is actually a growing opportunity for us, and we have a great designer who's done an incredible job putting together a collection that's both for on and off the golf course. It's very sophisticated, very beautiful fabrics, and I know personally my wife loves to wear the product. It's just something that she feels very good about when she's walking around, and I think that it's a category that's going to be a rapidly growing category for us as well.
What is continuing to evolve for Peter Millar is definitely our printed shirts. So we have some cool prints that are unique to us in our stretch jersey and stretch mesh fabrications. Perfect for traveling, perfect for playing golf in, great four-way stretch, just a beautiful, beautiful golf shirt. These layering pieces that we have are, our perf is something that sells an astonishing amount for this company, and again, we've taken the prints that we use in our jersey polos and taken that into our perf. So we've got a classic spread of colors that match back to your polos, back to your pants, so you can really buy your whole outfit with Peter Millar. Our best-selling pant is our 5-pocket pant that's got great mechanical stretch in it. You know, you can wear it on the golf course, you can wear it off the golf course, and you'll certainly find all of our tour players, it's their go-to pant that they want to wear when playing across the world. I think hot for 2019, look, classic blues. So we've got a great classic navy, purples are doing really well. But I think you'll see a lot of grey, and a lot of grey and navy together works really well for 2019. You know, we've got a great shoe line. We do socks. If you want to wear Peter Millar underwear, you can buy a Peter Millar underwear. We've got pants, shorts, polos, layering. We do a great dress shirt line, and if you're fortunate enough to be, you know, in our stores in New York or Chicago, you know, you can buy, you know, a full suit tailored exactly to you.